Whoops. Oh, today is May 9th, and it's been misting or sprinkling all morning here, and the wind did catch my sprayed stuff, and you can see I started spraying and then it started sprinkling on me, so I'm gonna have to go through and collect those, put them back up here, and do this another day. On my way to the compost, but our daughter is interested in micro clover, so I've dug up some of that for her, and she also wants some purple violets, so I'm digging that up for her as well. And you can see most of this green that you see is micro clover that I scattered about 3 years ago, and it is tiny stuff, and I have white blossoms, and it took a good year for it to take hold, and now that it's really taken hold on me. So I am on the way to the compost. I haven't been outside up this far today. Well, yeah, I did. I was over there getting some lumber underneath that shed right there. Let's see how much water I have in this tote. Not much, not as much as I hoped, so we haven't had much rain. And something got in there during the night. Oof. Let me zoom out on this. This right here is my cardboard section here. And you can see one of my inserts, old insert, got caught up in there somewhere, and I dug that out of a pail, out of one of the boxes. I've stood these up, and eventually my goal is they get wet, they get soggy, they start breaking down, and I can start putting them underneath my compost piles when I make them. But and my stick disappeared. Well, let me go try to find my stick here. I'll find another one. Yeah, this will work, I think. Yep, okay. I have a chickmunk that was just right there. And what I do is I make a new hole every day. And I'm getting back through some of this stuff. And I empty my compost pail. And then I cover it back up. And that is plastic. I'm always digging stuff out of my compost. Always. And you can't help it, really. Okay. We'll see if that stays there. And Paul's been peeing in a jug for me. Awfully nice of him. And I'll take that back inside, wash it out. Yes, I am taking every pee drop I can, because being a woman, I can't quite get up in there. Well, I could. I can get up in there, hold on to that, and brace like hell and take a pee, but that's something I'm not willing to do. I'd rather do it in a bucket. Oof. Okay, that and that. See, I get frustrated. Oops. I get frustrated with modern paper because they want everything to look pretty on the packages. They coat it with a printed plastic. And I get so frustrated because I come out here and I have all this cardboard and I have to peel this plastic off. And a lot of times I can't peel it off. I have to wait until it gets soaked with water, then it will come off. So it's a pain in the butt is what it is. So I have some lumber that I need to tote. And I got some stuff I need to do here. Let me grab my handfuls here. I am going to eliminate this bed right here from this section all the way to about here. And I'm going to keep that for this year. I'm going to grow some gourds in there, or squash, or cukes, or something. And I'm going to get rid of this raised bed here. It is not a hugel bed, simply because I didn't put logs and sticks and limbs and twigs underneath. I just built up compost. And that's a lot of years of compost right there. But I'm going to get rid of this because you can see it's all protected there. This doesn't get rain unless it really pours hard. And once this apple tree leaves out, it's going to be the same thing. It's just not going to get wet here. I have more. I can get wetter here. I couldn't trim those back because I couldn't reach, even with the pole saw. Wasn't tall enough. So this is what it's going to stay like this year. And I'll figure that out another year, maybe a couple compost piles in there. But this right here, I picked up on the edge of the road, logging road. One of the logging trucks lost a tire. So all the sidewalls are already gone. So I picked that up and salvaged it, and I've been using it as a garden bed. And for the past many, many years, actually. And I keep rotating it. I keep moving it around. So that's an old sink that came with the camp. We've have a whole sink set up differently now, so I didn't have any place to trash that, so I'm using it as a flower pot. I am. So, okay. Here we go. Here we go. This right here I'm going to disassemble. I'm going to make it a little different. There wasn't quite enough air flow going up through there, so I'm going to fix that this year. Design it a little different. I'm going to make a fire pit, probably right in there, in the middle of that somewhere. That's where my bean trellis was, my teepee. All kinds of fun stuff. I have a mess to pick up. Look at that. These right here, these were fire pits. And I've been cleaning it out, and there's going to be a pot that goes up there. Another one down there. Gonna be vines, gourds. And this one right here, there's enough room for like 4 different pots in there. This is a larger pit that I made several years ago. All this I made by hand, collecting rocks through the woods. Some of those flat ones from the lake. And had a couple big old pits going. But because of the slope of the land there, and then I had to go and make this bed here, so there's no sitting in front of a fire. So, but I love my gardens. And I can always make a pit over there and keep these as a garden area. But this will look pretty here and there. Oof, trip over that stump that's been here since we've been here. All this right here is made by lugging lots and lots of rocks, but it's pretty. I like it. And I couldn't move that one. I couldn't move that one. I couldn't move that one over there, and I couldn't move that there. So I'm working with what the landscape has given me. All this is rock in through here underneath, big rocks. I'm using this as a step. That right there is a big rock underneath there. I just made it into a mound. So I work with the rocks here. I do. And those I have to do something with because those were over the fire pits to keep the rain out, keep our wood dry. So I reuse, I recycle, and I repurpose everything that I come across if I can. Everything. Especially rocks. I like my rocks.